The gun fell from my trembling hands as I stared at the photos scattered across my twin sister's kitchen table, photos of dead bodies with red X's marked over their faces, and a check for $50,000 made out to my sister's husband. I thought swapping lives with Emma for a week would be fun. We're identical twins who've been pulling switches since we were kids. She needed to handle some business out of state, and I was going through a messy divorce, desperate for an escape from my own chaos. Living her perfect suburban life with her charming husband Marcus seemed like exactly what I needed. Marcus never suspected a thing when I showed up at their house last Monday. Emma and I had perfected our twin switch routine years ago, same mannerisms, same voice, even the same laugh. She'd briefed me on their routines, inside jokes, everything I needed to know. He kissed me hello like I was his wife of 5 years, and I felt that familiar thrill of fooling someone completely. The first few days were blissful. Marcus was everything my cheating ex-husband wasn't: attentive, romantic, successful. He brought me flowers, cooked dinner, asked about my day. I found myself actually enjoying playing house with him. Their life was magazine perfect: marble countertops, designer furniture, expensive wine. Marcus claimed he was in business consulting, which explained the luxury. But then I started noticing things. Wednesday night, Marcus got a call at 2 a.m. I pretended to sleep as he whispered into the phone, "The package will be delivered by Friday." Clean job, no traces. When I asked about it the next morning, he claimed it was a client emergency. His smile didn't reach his eyes. Thursday, I found a locked filing cabinet in his home office. The key was hidden behind a loose baseboard, amateur hour for someone supposedly professional. Inside were documents that made my blood run cold: surveillance photos of strangers, detailed schedules, floor plans of buildings, and bank statements showing mysterious deposits of tens of thousands of dollars. But it was Friday morning that shattered everything. Marcus left early for a client meeting. I decided to surprise him with lunch, so I drove to the address I found on his calendar. It was an abandoned warehouse on the outskirts of town. I parked across the street and watched through my car window as Marcus met with a man in an expensive suit. They exchanged a briefcase for an envelope. The man handed Marcus a photograph. Marcus nodded and said something that made my heart stop: "Consider it done. She won't see it coming." I drove home in a daze, my hands shaking on the steering wheel. This couldn't be real. Sweet, romantic Marcus couldn't be what I thought he was. But when I got home, I went straight to his office and tore it apart. That's when I found the photos. Crime scene photos. Police reports. Newspaper clippings about mysterious accidents and unsolved disappearances. And payments, so many payments from different shell companies. The most recent check was dated yesterday, with a note attached: "Final payment for the Emma Richardson contract." Emma Richardson. My sister's name. Someone had hired Marcus to kill his own wife. The room spun around me. Marcus didn't know I wasn't Emma. Which meant the hit was scheduled for when she was supposed to be back, this weekend. Someone wanted my sister dead, and they'd hired her own husband to do it, probably thinking he'd be the perfect inside man. But Marcus didn't know Emma well enough to realize he was being played. He'd probably planned to kill me thinking I was her, collect his money, and play the grieving widower. My phone buzzed. "Emma, coming home tomorrow night. Thanks for covering for me, sis. Hope you enjoyed the break from your drama." I stared at the message, my mind racing. I could warn her, tell her to run. But then Marcus would know something was wrong, and he'd either disappear or find another way to complete the contract. Emma would never be safe. No. I had a better idea. I spent the rest of Friday preparing. I used Emma's laptop to access Marcus's email. His password was embarrassingly simple. I found correspondence with his handler, someone called the broker. The hit was scheduled for Saturday night. Marcus planned to make it look like a home invasion gone wrong. Saturday evening, I cooked Marcus his favorite dinner. I even wore the red dress he loved. He was unusually affectionate, probably feeling guilty about planning to murder me. Or maybe sociopaths just compartmentalize better than normal people. I love you so much, Emma, he whispered during dinner, stroking my hand. I'd do anything for you. Funny you should say that, I replied, pouring him more wine. Because I need to tell you something. His expression shifted slightly. What's that, honey? I pulled out my phone and pressed record. I know about your real job, Marcus. I know about the contracts, the payments, and I know someone hired you to kill Emma. His face went white, then hardened into something cold and dangerous. That's impossible. You don't know anything. I know you're supposed to make it look like a home invasion tonight. I know you've killed 12 people in the last 2 years. And I know you're too stupid to realize you've been living with the wrong twin all week. The confusion in his eyes was almost comical. What are you talking about? I'm not Emma, you psychopath. I'm her identical twin sister. Emma's been out of state all week. You've been planning to murder your wife while cuddling with her sister. He lunged across the table, but I was ready. The wine I'd been pouring him all evening was laced with enough sedatives to drop a horse, courtesy of my veterinarian friend who owed me a favor. Marcus collapsed before he could reach me. While he was unconscious, I used his phone to text the broker, job complete. Emma Richardson eliminated. Sending proof. Then I sent photos of crime scene setups I'd found in his files, along with a picture of an empty grave I'd found on his computer. 20 minutes later, I got the response, excellent work. Final payment transferred. Contract closed. When Marcus woke up zip-tied to a chair, I showed him the messages. Congratulations. You just got paid for killing your wife. Too bad she's very much alive and you're completely screwed. You can't prove anything, he slurred, still groggy. Actually, I can. I held up my phone. I've been recording everything. Your confession, the evidence in your office, the payment confirmations. Plus, I called the FBI an hour ago. They're very interested in the broker's operation. The sirens were already approaching. Oh, and Marcus? Emma's divorce attorney is really good. She'll be filing papers Monday morning. Turns out being married to a hitman is grounds for keeping everything in the divorce. The FBI kicked down the door just as I finished explaining how I documented everything. Marcus tried to claim I was the real criminal, but the evidence was overwhelming. His computer, his files, his recorded confession, it all painted a clear picture. The broker's entire network collapsed within a week. 12 families finally got justice for their murdered loved ones. And Emma? She got her life back, minus one psychotic husband. Marcus got life in prison. Emma got the house, the cars, and the offshore accounts the FBI helped her recover. Turns out crime does pay, just not for the criminals. Sometimes the best revenge is just letting someone dig their own grave deep enough to bury themselves. Have you experienced something like this? Tell me in the comments.